I live in Costa Rica with my boyfriend and his family, and when they were asking me about my childhood the other day, it dawned on me that they had never tried a toaster strudel. I really wanted them to try them, so I went ahead and made a batch. I started with my puff pastry, which was the most difficult part of this recipe, especially living in a hot, humid environment. The butter just melts so quickly, so I kept having to put the dough in and out of the refrigerator in between rolling it. Eventually, I got it to work with me, and then I got started on my strawberry filling. I just mashed up a bunch of strawberries, and I used to top a dulce and the juice of 1 lemon, and then I reduced that down until it became a jam. My puff pastry and jam sat overnight so that the next morning I was ready to assemble. I rolled out my dough and basically just did this tri-fold like 6 times over. It was really tough again, even though I tried to start early so it wasn't too hot, but the humidity still made the butter melt so quickly. Anyway, I finally got it to work with me, and then I made my icing, which is just powdered sugar and milk. You can play with the ratio until you get the consistency that you like, and then it was time to assemble my toaster strudels. I cut it into a large rectangle. I split my dough in half, by the way, and then I just eyeballed it for the sizing. I got 10 in total, so I feel like that was pretty good. I feel like I always manage to use my machete in these recipes. It's just the most handy kitchen tool. Then I started filling it with my jam, and I used an egg wash as glue to stick it together, and then I put a little bit of egg wash on top as well. They were done in 20 minutes, and they turned out beautifully. They were seriously so good. They were actually way better than I expected them to be. Jam was perfectly tart and not too sweet, and then of course the icing just makes it. I gave one to Pablo when he came home from surfing, and he really enjoyed it. I was so happy to see him liking it, and his mom was a huge fan as well. What should I make for them next?